Where does essential knowledge fit in a competency-based approach? A competency-based approach is when you teach students the necessary skills to come up with strategies and problem solve on their own. Essential knowledge is really more the nuts and bolts of any subject. In a language course, it's the verbs, conjugation, and syntax. And in math, it's teaching students the basic formulas and how to calculate things. And really, in schools, focusing on essential knowledge is what teachers have done for the last couple of decades, or more like centuries. Is that to say that teaching essential knowledge is bad? Where does essential knowledge fit in today with a competency-based approach? Well, for one, you do need it. A huge misconception with the renewal and a competency-based approach in general is that we should no longer teach essential knowledge. First off, in a course where you're favoring competency development, you could still do the occasional module or activity where you would teach essential knowledge in the way that you would normally do. So in plain English, that means if you're a language teacher, you're giving your students a worksheet to do a grammar exercise. Or if you're a math teacher, you give out a handout with some math problems to solve. Are you a bad teacher doing that? Are you anti-renewal? No, because their learning doesn't need to end there. That's just one part of a bigger picture. Another way to teach essential knowledge is to mobilize it when you're developing a competency in a learning situation. So in summary, essential knowledge is the backbone of any competency-based course. It's one of the ingredients, and I love food, so you're going to have to listen to one of my food-based analogies. You ready for it? Essential knowledge is kind of like sugar in a cake. It would totally suck if you just ate a bowl of sugar. It's not a cake. But if you make sugar as part of the base, mix it in with everything else, and yum, you get a good cake. The knowledge part is the ingredients of the cake, like the sugar and oil and eggs. The competency part is the baking, the knowing how to put it all together. No ingredients, no cake. No strategies in putting it all together? Well, just a pile of soggy, mismatched ingredients. Ugh. So, just don't always make essential knowledge the main focus of the learning. Students get better at understanding the essential knowledge of the course when they work through it in a learning situation or when they work on an activity or a traditional exercise. So if you mix all those things together, like my cake analogy, that's where essential knowledge fits into a competency-based approach.